It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the Moses Marquis Saint. And every morning I get up and I am so blessed to be alive. I'm so blessed to have this life that I go live every morning so I can share some of my energy and share some of my shine. Now, I've been waiting to go live and I waited for two planes to go up in less than a minute, literally 30 seconds. Another plane just came by. That is some action. That is like energy, rapid information and rapid lies. And here's where we got to talk about it, because most of us are living in a lie. That's right. We have stopped being impeccable with our word. And number two was we have to not take anything personally. You know, when I was talking about it this morning, the thing that hit me the most was how many people live a lie. How many people are, as long as they look cute on Instagram, their life is okay. And it's so weird that we placate ourselves. We push ourselves out there and go, okay, well, as long as people think I'm cool, then it's going to be okay. And instead of being cool within, right, and having your own cool and your own, what do you call that? Spectrum or compass, to find it for yourself, some internal fortitude. We look outside of ourselves and go, somebody, anybody out there, please love me. And if it isn't 3 likes, it'll be 30 likes. And if it ain't 30 likes, it'll be 300, 3,000, 30,000. And yet our decision making and our feelings towards ourselves don't improve. So somewhere between 3 and 30,000, it's not linear, right? It doesn't have our emotions keep going up. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't keep going exponentially. In fact, we kind of flatline. A little bit like this line behind me here. You just flatline yourself, and then now you're just yourself, right? Like you can't get it from an external source, right? Boom, baby, boom, day one's first, my guy. Thanks for watching the show, my guy. And we've seen people, vapid people, empty people that try to placate themselves with outfits or tennis shoes or anything external outside of themselves. Instead of having emotional fortitude, instead of some of their own internal compass, they reach outside for a lie. And this is why we have to have a conversation about stop the lies, because if we lie to ourselves, which I just talked about yesterday, about not lying to ourselves and to our own self be true, that way you can get quicker acceptance of what's going on with yourself instead of living in a lie. And if you're living in a lie, now you're in disillusionment. They literally call it disillusionment. Bro. Disillusioned people suffer more. Like, I really feel that. I feel like you are going to suffer. And this is what we all want, right? We all want to move away from suffering. This is a Buddhist philosophy for all of us to enjoy our lives. That's why I do this show, is for us to shine and actually enjoy this part of the process and enjoy this human condition without fear and without lies. And there seems to be always the creepy anxiety that comes inside of people. And then this is why we had to have the conversation about our ego and kill your ego. Your ego is not your amigo. And I've had a blessing to be able to have an ego death in my life, and especially after Burning Man. I don't want to put it all on Burning Man, but the opportunity to receive outside information that threatened my ego, and my ego would just come up like a bunch of bricks, like a big old castle wall, and like, that's not who I am. You can't tell me who I am. My ego tells me who I am, and therefore I'm going to still stay egotistical, and therefore I'm still going to be pretentious, self-absorbed. How many of us know those type of people where they can't even, empathy is far down on the end of the spectrum, and selfishness is forthright in their foremind because, well, everybody else is selfish. That sounds like an egotistical thought. Not everybody's been selfish. Your mama wasn't selfish when she shared her milk out her titty in your mouth. Oh, when you couldn't even feed yourself. Probably up to about 5 years old, 8 maybe. 8 years of servitude for your punk ass, and now you got an attitude. It's like, how many motherfuckers you know where you put effort into them and they still got a punk ass attitude? That's my point, is when you got yourself into a situation and your ego's all wrapped around it, people start vibrating differently. We're always talking about getting your vibe right, but hold up, this is my marijuana motivation. Let's get our vibe right. You got anything out of this? Boom, it's your boy Marquis saying I put my card out on it. And we got Weed for Vegas. If they didn't kill this Instagram, I'd be telling you to follow it, but this is ambition right here. I'm gonna put it out there. Your ego will get threatened when you live in a lie. Just Blaze, let's go. Bless up, everybody. Here we go. Blaze up. Blaze one for the nation. It's tough because I had wrapped my mind around certain thoughts, and this is why this came up this morning. I saw somebody on Instagram and she was so lost And as long as she could do a TikTok video, her life was okay for like 15 seconds, right? As long as I look pretty and perfect for this camera, I'm okay. Then the camera shuts off and cuts scene, and we don't see behind the scenes. You know, we don't get to see the hours of putting on the makeup and the mentality of I'm not perfect, let me put stuff on my face. I'm not perfect, let me put stuff on my face. Now you have to tell yourself that every day, and you don't even know it. But our egos put up those walls, so now we have to placate ourselves, right? We have to build walls and lies around ourselves, and now it's like, okay, this is the world I live in. And it's like, no, you're living in a fantasy world, right? So we're living, so many people living in a fantasy world where we just want to look cool on Instagram. And it's almost like that Radio Player One. As long as my life has gold points on a screen, my life has gold points in real life. And those don't apply. You know, like I know, how many years and quarters and hours did you pour in Donkey Kong? How has Donkey Kong improved your life? Like, let's just keep it real, right? And it's like, it's not. It's not. And like, yeah, we got to keep it 1,000. When you stop lying to yourself, now you can have a real conversation with yourself. And I told people so hard that conversation I had with myself in Brazil, hours and crying and manifestation and me getting to sort my ideas without just rapid fire coming at me. I had a conversation with myself. And then that conversation was real. It was a really good conversation to have. But a lot of times we don't talk to ourselves. Our ego talks to us and we don't know it. It's so subtle. He'll pop right in here and go, let's count favors. Or pops right here and goes, maybe we should be cooler, maybe more competitive, or I'm jealous. And then it's like, where the fuck did that thought come from? Why am I in these anxiety situations? That's why your ego's not your amigo, because it'll raise your anxiety, it'll tell you lies and make you feel like you're okay with it. That just happened. Like, I literally was just talking to my girl last night. She had like migraines with caffeine, and it's like, yeah, that's coffee coming back and taking its rent. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna make you feel awesome. Here's some crack, right? I'm gonna make you feel awesome. 5 minutes later, you're dead on the fucking ground, grabbing your skull, wondering why it hurts so bad, right? Like, that's what happens to us. We are literally living lies, and we'll just keep eating the same fucking cereal, acting like it's gonna make us feel better. And that's the lie I wanted to come out with this morning and just go, that's not what it is. I'm not doing the show to be cool. I'm not doing the show to reach people. Sometimes it only reaches my day one. Maybe it's just one person. What I was doing was echoing out to the universe that we can be true to ourselves, that we can't placate this ego anymore and start lying to ourselves, that we need to stop that motherfucker and start listening to our real motherfucker, the real inside, the real heart to heart with yourself. And that's where we get to be our real self. And then we can accept love, and we can accept criticism, and we can accept a different perspective. If you live in a lie, you'll always be stuck on that lie. It'll be the same radio station. You keep telling yourself, as long as I'm pretty, it's going to work. And one day you're not going to be pretty. Now what? The lie has come and wanted its taxes. It's like rent's due, just like the caffeine headache. Rent's due, and you don't want to pay up. And you're like, well, I'm an athlete. I made millions of dollars. I didn't pay my taxes. What do you mean I have to go to prison? It's like, yeah, bro, tax evasion is going to be paid. Ego is going to have a payment. Every lie you ever said is going to come due, and then you're going to have to pay the price. And that's why I keep telling people is I paid the price. I paid the price about lying to myself. I paid the price of being real with myself and facing my demons and facing my fears and facing all the other lies that I told myself. And I said, man, those things ain't worth it no more. What is worth it to me is my lifestyle. You know, the actual lifestyle of it. And if I have a lifestyle that predicates on having flashy shoes, have the right job, or everybody thinking I'm cool, that's one thing. How about just being motherfucking cool? Just cool with yourself, cool with your life, cool with your surroundings, cool with what you got. So next time you're not in fucking middle school where people are making fun of you because you don't have the right shirt or the right shoes. That's some gay boy shit. That's some long time ago. We're adults now. Like now it's what kind of person are you? What kind of fucking character do you have? Do you have enough balls to face yourself before you come to me with your lies and then I have to sit at a cocktail story and hear your lies for an hour straight? No, thank you. We all know who those people are. We wish we could talk to them. We wish we could show them who they are. And I'm grateful that I got to see who I am. And that's all I wanted to get on my heart from the start. Your boy Marky say peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. And finish. And if you got anything out of this, like, share, subscribe, because it's all about sharing is caring. And when you reach people that need the message, hopefully it will sink in and their lives are better. Ciao. Beijos. I'll see you on the other side.